Hello. Welcome to today. And today's messages within messages. One, some, or all of the messages may be yours. If you're drawn here, if you're listening to this right now, there could be a message here for you. We won't know. We won't know until we find it, and then it'll all make sense. Okay. So let's start with the Octrians and see what pathway they want to send us down to start with here. Aha. This one. Okay. Let's see. This one is emergence. The energy of emergence helps you leave your cocoon once and for all and without feeling doubtful or insecure. Now you can spread your wings and show who you really are. Everyone is the driver of their own bus. We often think we know what someone else needs or has to do. We see that person sticking to his or her own patterns. At least that's how we experience it. Realize that you are looking at something from your own point of view, and this might not be the perspective of the other person. He might have a different reason for doing something. Does this person have something you might want yourself? Could this be the reason you want him to make a certain decision? Maybe something will be taken away from this person because of this decision, so that you don't have to look at it anymore. That seemed, I don't know, okay. Respect others and don't criticize anyone. We all have our reasons for doing something in our own way. There you go. Remember, you are the driver of your own bus, just like everyone else, and you want to be respected too. Okay, well, I'm not sure if that was helpful, but it had to come out that way, so it is what it is. Okay, the emergence. Leave your cocoon without doubt or insecurity and spread your wings. Yes, and also without necessarily considering what someone else thinks about the things that you need to do for yourself, right? As long as you're not hurting somebody or, messing with their free will and choices, then let your freak flag fly. Doubt and insecurity, man. Those two things. Doubt is a huge one. It just niggles. It niggles in there. The nigglings of doubt. Ugh. We don't like those things. You want those out. And so grace. Have the grace when you recognize you're going down that path, entertaining that thought, holding on longer to a niggling than, warranted. It's okay. You can just, as soon as you see it, be like, aha, I see this, and I choose something different, right? And that's a beautiful thing, to be able to choose something different. Beautiful, Berkano. Yes, emerging from the cocoon, reborn. Okay, Berkano is all about birth and fertility and the beautiful things. Birth, sanctuary, fertility, life change, and secrets. Sorry, I'm distracted right now. One second. Okay. In the springtime, fertile and fecund mama hair brings forth an abundance of new life. She is a great mother and fiercely protective. The timeless cycles of the earth flow through her, generation after generation. Berkano holds within it the mature female wisdom of our mothers and our grandmothers. Berkano speaks of female fertility and also of the safety and shielded sanctuary of the womb. When this rune appears in a reading, there may be a birth of a child, an idea, or even a new goal. Okay. Ooh, magical workings. This is a powerful healing rune with additional emphasis on purification and detoxification, especially in combination with laguz. Carve it into a slice of ginger to add to an infusion. Okay, and laguz is... Where's laguz? There it is. This one. Laguz and Berkano. Okay, so womb sanctuary, I'm getting the cocoon period, right, where you go in and you regenerate, you reconstituate. No, I don't know if that's a word. Right, if like caterpillars, they dissolve into a protein goo, and then, but it's a safe environment for them to do what they got to do to go through their process in order to become the butterfly, right, and emerge as the butterfly. And so there's a link there between the butterfly and the cocoon and this birthing of the new. Okay. So let's get into it. Let's feel it out here. Emerging with confidence. It's tricky, but we've got like remnants of the old self who maybe was a little less confident, a little more inclined to doubt and to fear. And like old habits that resurface and, even rewiring your brain, it's a process, right? You can't just flip a switch and be doing something completely different than you've done forever. You need to, like when you're driving 180 in one direction and you realize you're going in the wrong direction and you need to turn around, you're not just boom, immediately going 180 in the other direction. You need to slow down, find a place to pull over, make sure everything is clear, turn all the way around, get in the right direction, get in the right lane, and then build the speed back up to 180 again, right? And so the process of doing that when you're rewriting your brain is when you recognize, not be like, oh, you're so stupid for doing this again. You should know better. Like, don't be so hard on yourself, right? Like, just be like, oh, yeah, right. I am no longer someone who doubts and fears anymore. I'm somebody who moves with confidence. And so instead of, somebody or, doubts and fears come at you like two cards and you're like, I don't, that's not for me anymore. And you just put it down and you move on, right? You don't pick it up. You don't look at it. You don't put it in your pocket. You don't silk screen it onto a t-shirt and wear it, right? Like, you just and then eventually those cards won't come at you. The doubts and fears won't, they might be like, doubt, fear, whisper in the background. You're like, no, I'm good. I'm fully realized in this new person who does not doubt and fear anymore. Because it's about allocation of your energy, right? The energy involved in doubting and fearing and worrying, going over in your mind, finding all the scenarios possible, feeling them all. It's like tapping into alternate dimensions where things play out in different ways and you are just observing which way is the best way to go. Well, can't go that way. That's the worst case scenario. But meanwhile, you've put this energy into the worst case scenario, envisioning it, considering it. And it is a lack of confidence in self too, right? This belief in oneself that you can handle whatever comes at you. You don't need to mentally prepare yourself for the worst in order to survive the worst if it were to present itself. Okay. Let's see where this reading takes us today. King of Pentacles. Okay, the grounded king, the earth king, the king who is the king of the material realm. Grounded, rooted, and confident, stable, sturdy. Okay. This is either who you are emerging as or someone in your energy field who is rooted and grounded, maybe an example, a mentor, somebody you're like, yes, I want to be like that. That's okay to do those things, to have examples of which one to be, where you want to get to, right? Knowing what you want to improve. Okay, let's see here. We've got healing of the heart, wounded heart, and a wish coming true. Okay, so I feel like something's coming in here for you that will heal your heart in this new version of self. This is also in this process of letting go of the old version of you. The old version of you is the one that had the wounded heart, right? You are claiming this new version of yourself. And see, this king is holding this wish he plucked from the sky at his heart space. And so I'm getting this this decision to be healed, to heal your heart. Wow. Look at this. 2 knights on either side of the king. That's crazy. We got the patient king and the protective king. So this is elements of the king, right? He is very patient. Earth energy is the slow moving energy. Earth energy is like the oak tree growing from an acorn, right? And it's a slow process for that oak tree to become the oak tree, this grand, beautiful thing that produces more acorns, right? It has to get a certain place before it starts producing acorns, before it starts producing its fruit. And this is that patience, but it's also long lasting, right? Oak is a very dense wood, very secure, solid. Okay. And this is the safety in that, like a protective energy. Hello. Sorry, my microphone died. So I had to grab a spare. So I don't know where it cut off, but hopefully That made sense. We've got the patience, steady, sturdy, and we've got strength and resilience, right? With this security, this sturdy strength, right? Protectedness. And then we've got the balancing of all the things: physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, okay? Grounded, meditative, outside perspective, stepping out of your normal in order to reconnect, okay? And also, like, I'm getting your spirit team, right? All these little orbs are your spirits in this circle, kind of like a family unit, like your spirit team that you're connected with here. And this is the things happening behind the scenes, like this trust in the plants or the seeds that you have planted. Even though you can't see them, they're doing what they need to be doing under the surface of the earth. Okay. Okay. So this is the King of Cups, who's very much the healed heart king. Okay, the cups are your emotional realms, your heart, right? And to be an overflowing cup, you're filled with liquid sunshine, and there's no holes in your heart, because if there were, then you wouldn't be an overflowing cup, right? And so this king here, um, connected with the world. So this is yet to be revealed here. The world is kind of like a full circle moment, you at the center of your world. It can sometimes indicate like a year in review kind of thing. What goes around comes around. The cyclical nature of the earth spinning, right? You being at the center of your world and how you affect it. And so, coming from a place of love, you're affecting the world positively. This is good. This is good. Okay, this is emerging. So this is like your new version of self. Okay. Okay, there's your overflow. So affecting the world with your beautiful, beautiful heart and consolidating your resources. This is your energy wells, right? It can also be sharing what you have. You can only hold a cup in either hand, and you have 5 cups. So you may be just taking the 2 that you need and moving on, or you're about to take 2 from your 3 to give to somebody else who needs it, and you still have 3. You still have more than you need, right? So that can go either way. But there's a protecting of your energy here, but it's related to this heart king. Okay, what do we got here? Fast moving energy and your wishes, your manifestations, the things that you desire, the things that you want. This is the wish fish. You whisper what it is you want, and the wish fish of the universe hears it and goes out and makes it happen. Okay, and this is the love, the balance, the union, the celebration. This is twin flame. This is balance. This is stable, foundational, celebratory. This also could indicate like marriage and lifelong commitment stuff. And here we have the ancestral gifts, signs, synchronicities, things from the spirit realm. And also, this is kind of like would go with the judgment card, like or the justice card. You kind of getting what you deserve, tipping the scales in your favor, right? This is like your personal goddess spirit team, right? And they're like, here, have all these coins, they're coming to you. And so ancestral abundance can look all kinds of ways, right? Like things working out in your favor, lucky streaks, following intuitive nudges that lead to, abundance, lead to health, wealth, prosperity, right? And also gifts from the divine, aha moments, clarity, um, answers to questions. Okay, so something about your heart here and this energy movement. Okay, and then this is also like your luck spilling in and overflowing and affecting the people around you, right? And that's your connection to the world here. And your wishes being granted. Okay. Okay, we got the power of the sun at the bottom of the deck, which is beautiful, glorious, success, happiness, all of the things, new life, harvest, great harvest, abundant harvest. Okay, who's coming out in this card here? Okay, this is an offer coming in, and we've got the masculine and feminine moving towards the heart here. So this could represent an overflowing cup coming towards you, or this consolidating and, well, this is receiving a wish, right? And so this could be you or something coming towards you, an offer, right? I'm getting these two. It's like your wish is becomes the overflowing cup once you have it. And this one here is my divine masculine and feminine coming together. So in a balanced state, moving towards or away, depending. But I'm feeling moving towards here, right? Because we're utilizing this energy of the heart, of consolidating our energy stores and moving it towards um, utilizing the energy. Okay. And I feel like this is why this is something behind the scenes, because this is an external offer. This is something that's coming to you, opportunity, insight, person, place, or thing. Okay. And then this is part of when you're in this balanced masculine, feminine, in touch with your intuition and your sense of an ability to take and do, right? Um, I think this is what fuels, this is what the state where the universe, the wish fish, is most receptive. Okay. When you're balanced and balanced. Okay. These represent the two balancing stages, the meditative internal spaces, connection with, the ground and the sky, and then also your internal masculine and feminine. Balancing, because that is a very important part. The balancing, the light and shadow aspects, the masculine and feminine, the yin and the yang, the up and the down. This 3D realm needs all of the dichotomies to be true. Okay, what's this one? Oh, there's the justice. So the justice came on this stability and this fast moving energy. So I feel like whatever's going on in this card that's coming for you is part of what you've got coming to you. Okay, what you've been patient and done all this work for. The sense of joyful stability. And that's the beautiful thing. As within, so without, right? When you're in this balanced state, it makes sense, okay, that your outside world will start to conform to your inside spaces. Okay, and this Knight of Wands here is the fast-moving, passionate, get her done action knight. Okay, so that's 3 knights here, but this offer that's happening behind the scenes here. It's coming in quick. I mean, there's 3 energy movement cards, and we've got 2 of them. The other one is the Chariot. But the 8 of Wands speaks about fast-moving energy. The Knight of Wands is passionate action. Oh, I guess the Fool. This is potential, unlimited potential. This is going all in. This is blind faith, trust, joy, all of those things. And I want to put this here, perhaps, because it definitely balances out this patient knight. This knight is patient, but it doesn't mean he's not capable of going all in or blind faith, jumping. Let's see how that feels there. Maybe it's here. Choosing the new to heal the heart. Or going after what you wish for as being part of your new version of self. Someone who doesn't talk themselves out of the things that they want, instead finds a way to do it, and being protected, right? Being so earth and grounded that there's no fear of jumping into the sky, because you know that you will return to the earth. You're not going to float off into the stratosphere and burn up in the atmosphere and never return, right? Yeah, well, what was it talking about? Fears and insecurities, doubts and insecurities. Those are the very things that keep us from the wishes, from going all in or moving towards, jumping towards, leaping towards the things that we want, that our hearts want. Okay, this is that dedication. And I feel like that's here. This patient, the grounded Earth King, and this meditative self-stabilizing. This is the dedication here. And it feeds into these things growing behind the scenes. These things, the It's like the dedication to fertilizing the soil so that the seeds have their best chance to grow. Okay, and this is, well, this is lots of things. This could be um, two worlds coming together. This is also that transition from the old to the new. Okay, and that's what I'm kind of getting here, because we've got this emerging and birthing stuff going on here, right? So this is the old version, you've tried, and no matter what, you could only get so far with it. And now you're moving on to this new, right? The attention is on this new one coming in. It's smaller, but it's full. It's realized. It's fully realized, okay? And so this might be your consolidating your energies. You're no longer trying to exist within these two worlds. You're like, okay, I need to let this world go and put all my energy into this one. Okay, which is freeing up your energy to all this stuff down here. What's that? Who flipped? Okay, honoring and releasing, letting go of the old things. Yes, but in like an altered state, in an altered way, like you are with gratitude, right? Letting go with gratitude. Thank you for getting me this far. I'm fine on my own now. Goodbye. And that takes time, dedication, patience. But I also feel like this may be connected to your past version, your wounded heart, right? And maybe this process of honoring, letting go, giving it the time and the space to heal is part of this patience here. Okay, and I feel like it's linked to your luck and overflowing with the Seven of Cups here, in the same way that releasing, like think of extra weight when you're trying to move quickly, right? Every time you let go of those rocks, those burdens, the extra weight that you don't need, you become lighter and faster and move faster. Okay, so that's like speeding up your luck. Okay, and this is moving forward strategically. Okay, this is like the self-imposed tempering, right? If you're go, go, go at every opportunity, versus sitting and waiting, feeling it out, making sure that the opportunities you were moving towards are worth your time and energy, because not all of them are, right? So this, I feel, goes around here, this ability to reallocate your energy, consolidate, feeds into this energy flow here of your justice coming in, which is beautiful, beautiful things. And this is the work here. Your patience in release, dedication, bouncing, and being clear and intentional with your manifestations, with what you wish for. I guess it's the intentional fish. Set your intentions. It's kind of like wishing. Okay. What else? What else is coming out? There's the death. This is the transformation. So this is exactly it. The death of the old, the birth of the new. Right? That version of you that maybe was harboring a broken heart. We can do that. We can hold on to it. Keep picking that scab, not letting it heal. That's why release is such an important part. The death, the burying and walking away from the old allows space, freedom. That's why you can't transform without it. And it takes its time, just like the cocoon, right? That's why it's linked to the patience and this groundedness. Someone who has been through many deaths and rebirths are very much rooted and grounded in their physical realm, right? So you may be putting to death your doubts and fears and insecurities around your heart and choosing to leap. This is that transformation. Leaping towards the things that you want, that make your heart full, make your cup overfloweth. Okay. What else? What are the cards? Any? Okay. Let's go to the Mushroom Oracle and see what they have in store for us. In this reading here. It's definitely lots of fast moving energy, an offer coming in. I feel like whatever you're doing in this transformative death and release and rebirth, it's working for you. It's moving the energy in your favor. It's fertilizing your soil where the seeds already are planted. And your doubt and insecurities need to be replaced with trust and faith. Those things are growing, and soon they will sprout, and they will be sturdy, stable, long-lasting, and prolific. Okay, and I feel like this offer's coming in quick. And remember, not all offers are for you, so you need to check in always with what feels good, but also push yourself, take opportunities that allow you to switch up your norm, your usual. That's where you're going to meet people and where people are going to see you and engage with you, and it's where the opportunities are, right? Out in the wild. Okay, mushrooms. Who wants to come out and play with this reading? These two. Rarity and substance. 18 and 11. Blue pink gill. Being a rarity doesn't necessarily mean that people fail to notice you. In fact, it can be quite the opposite. As seen in the blue pink gill, standing out can be beautiful when you look different from everything around you. Everyone serves a purpose, even if you don't understand what it is yet. Your purpose may be big, it may be small, but size doesn't equate to bigger and better. The simple act of seeing the beauty in what is in front of you has an effect on the larger scale. Do you know what your purpose is? Do you see the beauty in your rarity? For there are incredibly complex pieces that make up your whole. Rarity is beautiful, and rarity is not always unique. There will always be others just like you, so you can still find your tribe. By being rare, you deter what you don't want finding you. You stand untouched by those who would normally try to take you down. You go unnoticed to some, but noticed to others. Blue was always a hard color to come by in olden days, and therefore something only royalty could obtain. What is your uniqueness, and how can you utilize it to stand out in the sea of the same? Stand tall and proud, and enjoy being something special. Okay, and this is being grounded and confident, right? The opposite of doubtful and insecure, right? This is the new you, recognizing your rare beauty and what you have to offer and bring to this world. Okay, and the king oyster is substance. The king oyster mushroom is large and meaty. For this reason, it is often used as a substitute for meat in meals. It is thick and full-bodied with many health benefits. In drawing the king oyster card, you are being called to look at where you can substitute something you currently use for something that will give you more value. Where can you beef something up with an alternative? Is there another way to do something that will create more value in what you are doing? The king oyster is about substance. There are many things you can use in place of others, and finding something with substance as well as relevance is key here. The king is indeed very big and can make a complete meal with a single mushroom. Show that you have substance. Show that you can stand alone because you are enough by yourself. Show that you have amazing qualities without the use of anything else. Stand in your power and be a leader. Look for quality and substance in everything you do and the people you choose to let into your life. Substance is about giving back. How can you help and focus on making something purposeful? Okay, and that's that choosing what to go towards, right? When offers come towards you, picking the things with the most substance, right? It's about quality, not quantity, especially when it comes to your energy. Your energy is your currency, right? And so don't give it away. Give it away now. That's what that song's about. What I got to get to give it to your mama. What I got to get to give it to your papa. What I got to get to give it to your doctor. You do a little dance and then you drink a little water. This is giving all your power away. Trying to help everybody, figure everybody out for themselves so they don't have to do anything. Okay, elefante. Elephant. The remover of obstacles, or the placer of obstacles, depending on what you need in the moment. Sometimes obstacles are put in the path to remove or to make you move around it. Okay, I'll just read it. Unstoppable, auspicious, and wise. The elephant is arguably the most auspicious figure in the deck. Like Ganesh, the elephant represents immense wisdom as well as good fortune. It is said that the great elephant is the destroyer of obstacles. So if this card appears when you feel stuck, rest assured the path will soon become clear. To add to the mystery, the elephant is also known to create obstacles in order to steer us in the right direction. Trust this gentle, noble creature. It illuminates the way with the light of self-knowledge. When in balance, one pointed focus, generous and loving. When out of balance, misunderstands fate. To bring into balance, trust. Trust in the unseen, trust in your new version of self. Okay, you've come too far and done too much work to slow your comeuppings with doubt and insecurity. Okay, let me tell you this. Oops. Okay. Let's get a kitty card confirmation. Here's one. Courage. Meet Alice. She is small but brave, jumping headfirst down the rabbit hole. Although the unknown may seem scary and fraught with danger, we should always hold faith in the beautiful possibilities and discoveries awaiting us. True courage is listening to our intuition and moving in the direction of our heart's deepest yearning, even when we are afraid and want to turn back to our comfortable, familiar world. Trust yourself enough to take that leap. And always remember, no matter where you land, the ride will be strange, magnificent, and oh so worth it. Okay, and I feel like you've done this, or in process of doing this. This is your new you alchemizing, acclimating to the new birthed version of you that goes after what you want, what you wish for. Okay, with this faith and trust, with your heart in it. Okay, you are choosing quality over quantity. And that is a beautiful thing. Okay, we're just going to take a couple of these cards and then we'll call it. We'll call it a day. I think there were some messages in there that hopefully resonated with you, did something for you in a way that is good and great and awesome, helpful. Detachment. Yes. Detach yourself from the old. Detach yourself when those doubts and insecurities rear their head niggly at you. Just be like, yeah, nope, right? Cut it away, release it. Perception, change your perspective and consider other perspectives as well. I think there was something about that in there, in the emergence. It's like a recognition of other people's perspectives and ways of doing it. So it's kind of like, don't get so fixed in one way of doing, being, seeing things, right? There are more ways than one. Reflection, this is that going within, checking. Also, the people you interact with, they are good indicators. They are reflections of where you are at in your space. Even if somebody is saying or doing something and you are responding to them in a way that is less than ideal, they're triggering something in you that still needs to be healed, right? So that's an indicator for you to go in and see what that's all about, right? When you can get to a place where you detach from no matter what's going on in the external world and you maintain this stability, I think that is the best, the goal, the ideal, right? Because then you're no longer controllable. Other people can't affect you. You are the affector. And witness. Okay. More of what I was just saying. Witness that, recognize, see it, become the observer of you, right? And this is a really great way of actually detaching and not taking things personally. When you just observe things happening, it's like observing your, the things that are coming towards you or the emotions that come up. You're not holding it, silkscreen it, and wearing it, and now it is a part of you. You are just observing it, like observing a leaf floating past you in a river, right? You can see, acknowledge, witness it passing by, but it's not, it's a temporary thing. Okay, there's those messages for you. I hope that they do something for you. And yeah, I hope that you have a great rest of your time and that you make good choices for yourself and feel empowered moving into the new version or towards the new version or towards the things that make your heart overflow with liquid sunshine. Okay, and keep your eye open because there's something coming at you with all of the things that you deserve. That's going to be joyful and beautiful. Okay, so trust it, have faith in it, be grounded and centered and joyful. Okay, thanks for being here. I appreciate you. Love you. See you next time. Bye.